and Tanya's been a bit weird is because it's all about Tanya today.
All about me, which normally I like, but I'm not quite sure in a minute.
We've decided to run a couple of episodes of us interviewing each other. Get to hear us speaking a bit more raw about ourselves rather than just the topic that we tend to. I mean, we're very open anyway. We're not scripted anyway. We have sometimes a little bit of a guideline, but
you can tell we're not scripted.
Just in case anyone thought, wow, we need to give these girls a TV show.
And give it to us, you'd be scared of what might come out of my mouth.
Right, should we just go straight into it then?
Yeah.
No faffing about.
No faffing.
No. Okay, so we're going to ease into it nice and slowly. And question 1, what makes you feel inspired?
Ooh. Oh, God. What inspires me? Probably, really cliche, is my kids.
Do they?
Yeah. Doing better for them is generally, I think, the thing that not just inspires me, but then keeps that inspiration going. Because I'm very much that little things might go, oh, I'm going to do that. And then I'll go, no, I'm not going to do that. But knowing that actually it'll make a difference to them and that they'll be proud of me, I think is big for me. Do
you ever, this is not a question, by the way, but it's just a follow-up.
Yeah.
When you ever read books or when you ever see an interview online and it's somebody who's achieved something, whether it's small or massive, and they say, oh, my mum always told me or my dad always did this and me, and I think, every time I do something with my kids, I'm like, is this going to be the time that... is this the time? Remember? Is this the bit they're going to write about in their book about me?
Do you know what, though? In there, like, it was obviously my birthday not long ago, and in their messages in the cards, I think all of them had put in their cards that I have inspired them or made them proud, like especially with part and things like that, which is very cool, and that's really nice to think that maybe that has made a difference for them.
Yeah.
That when I have any moments where I might be doubting myself, they definitely inspire me to sort of go, no, it's all right, keep going. My bubbers.
That's the kids are what get me, like imprinting them in the future. That's just
imprinting.
FYI, yeah.
That makes me think of Twilight imprinting.
Never seen it.
No, I knew you was going, for fuck's sake.
Right, question number 2. If you could turn back time and talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell her?
I was going to say something.
I know what you were going to say, because when I wrote down the question, I thought, I know what she's going to say.
I was going to be inappropriate. I'm not going to be inappropriate, because I don't know who listens. Right, 18-year-old self. Where was I? 18. I was drunk a lot. I think just probably, I don't know. This is one of them things that I always find really difficult because I don't regret much. Like I'd like to say, I'd say like concentrate in school or go to uni. I wouldn't have changed the experiences that I've had. I think I would have said, embrace your body.
Okay.
Because that was something for me at the time. Looking back, I didn't embrace how fit I was.
Because you thought you were fat, didn't you?
Yeah, I've always in my head thought, oh, I wish my stomach was a bit smaller, or I wish like my boobs were bigger. Now my boobs are bigger, but it's because of the fat. But but I wish I'd just said just embrace it. But then at the same time, I did still embrace it as how it was. But do you know what I would say to my 18-year-old self, actually thinking about it, is spend more time with my family, like the older generation of family that aren't here now, because especially doing part, there's things that I would have liked to have asked them. You think I had family, or especially like my grandparents that on my dad's side that neither of them are here, both came over in Windrush, and I've never sat down and asked them about it. I never talked to them about their lives, and because I was drunk most of the time. So I wish now that would be something I would say is.
So is that something with that kind of light on it now, would you tell your kids to make sure that they do that? And
I think I push more for that anyway, that we spend, especially with my mother, that we're not getting into my mum today, but especially with my mum, I've always been very close to it, especially since having kids. And I think it's really important to make those memories and pictures as well. Just this is coming into my brain as I'm thinking. I was the picture taker when I was younger. Like I always had a camera, so I'm not in as many of the pictures as I have. I've got pictures of so many other people, but I haven't, even as we've got older with the kids, I've got loads of pictures of Sam and the kids, not so many with me. So I would say that as well, just be in the pictures because it's nice to look back on. No.
Yeah, whenever I ask Trev to take a picture of me and the kids, he's got like a fucking chair in the background, or he takes it from the sofa and I'm like out by the car and I'm come to me. Come to me. I've set this up. I've set this up.
Seriously,
this is a good
moment. It is. It's rare. And not just selfies, because selfies are cool, but like a nice picture.
Yeah.
And I have got a couple and I cherish those but even when I was younger, like I said, my body was pretty banging when I look back and I haven't got that many pictures of it. So it's like, am I lying? I could be lying. I'm not lying. It was banging. It's not anymore.
Oh dear.
I have got my wedding pictures. My photo shoot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did that as a wedding gift, didn't you?
Wedding gift. I'm so sorry, Dad. I am clothed mainly. Oh, God, see?
You haven't actually said what it is.
No, just I can picture. It was a very elegant photo shoot, but did show my body, and yeah, I do love looking back on those pictures. And that was in my 30s, but they're bloody good pictures, and that is something to anyone if. Do them. Even I would do it now. Not now, not right this second. But I think they're so lovely to look back on. Like do it when you're young, or even when you're old. But if you are younger and you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure, they make you look amazing. They really do. It's not comfortable, the poses they put you in to get you looking even better. But to look back on them now, I'm like, yeah, I was hot.
What a lovely thing to do.
Yeah.
Right, question number 3. What is your best tip for making the world a better place?
Don't be it's a bad word. Just be kind. I think that is my mantra at the moment, is be kind.
Be kind.
And I think if people did that, and that was their first thought before doing most stuff, be kind, that would make such a difference, wouldn't it? Because we go into stuff, even when we're angry, like your return to love is the same kind of thing of just think before you do something. How's that going to impact that other person? And it's not possible all the time. Now, I can be a bitch. We know this. You know this. But I do try now to rein myself in more than I ever have done. I was a lot more of a bitch before. So people are lucky. But it's now I do try to be kind because you don't know what other people are going through.
Yeah.
And there is so much struggles in the world that if we could just be kind, I think the world would be a better place. And whether that is with racism, that homophobia, stop saying homophobia, I'm going to find a better term for it, sexism, everything, it would be better. Even to my husband, I would be kind. Sometimes.
We're often the least kind to the people who are closest to us because
it's easy.
They're our emotional buffers, aren't they?
Yeah, so. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time they're not going anywhere. So you do take it out on the people you're closest with. And
imagine we flipped that though. Imagine we were only kind to the people who are closest to us and everybody else felt our wrath. You only see them from time to time, so it wouldn't really matter. But it would just...
Yeah, but then at the same time, it wouldn't, but it could. Like if I was just a bitch to like the random person in the street.
I wouldn't be your friend.
No, but I'm not horrible to my friends. I like my friends. I've picked them. I've exclusively picked the people I want in my life. So I'm nice to them. And as much as I did pick my husband, it was different. But yeah, even just a smile to someone in the street.
Yeah.
I think that can make... So I saw a thing the other day and I really want to do this, where they just put... it was someone putting little nice notes, like in the supermarket, and just put in a note that just said, you're amazing.
Oh, random act of kindness.
Yes. And I just thought, that's so cute. Because imagine, like, you're having a shit day, you go and pick up a can of beans, and you get a note saying, actually, you're amazing. I think they put money as well, which is a really good idea. Like, someone leaving me money. But, yeah, I just think that's how cool is
we
that?
should do that one day. We should
do some random...
In fact, we don't even need to wait for lockdown to be over. I think we should just plan that. I've got some time off soon. Let's do that.
Let's do it. I think it'll make people feel really happy.
Yeah.
I'd be happy if I got that.
Oh, I'd love it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, who's watching me?
It is. See? Kindness is good.
Right, question number 5. What are you researching the most at the moment?
To be fair, not a lot at the minute, because I've sort of just stepped back, but I'm always I go on and off with the researching of the anti-racism stuff because I can only take in so much at a time before my brain either gets really convoluted and overwhelmed with stuff. But that is probably the thing that I look at the most, is looking into different anti-racism, looking into what different people are doing and things like that. That's probably the shortest answer.
Okay. Right, number 6. What has been your biggest failure in the last year and why do you think it happened?
Ooh. I know that it's been a shit year, but it hasn't really been for me, especially on a personal me failing front, that I've actually gone from strength to strength in the last 12 months.
Fucking lucky you.
Really. That it is, and this is what I do. I genuinely feel a bit bad saying it. It's been an all right year for me. COVID has enhanced my professional world, giving it that virtual avenue. It's put me in touch with people that I wouldn't have before. Where are we? I suppose, thinking honestly, the last year, so where are we? February. I did have to, so I came back from Thailand, January? And then said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it really briefly, but I'm not too much so I don't get myself upset. But not long after coming back from Thailand is when my mum got her official diagnosis. And I think I have got a habit of just shutting down. That's what I do. I take it all in, I shut it down, I push it away, I block it out. And I think quite a lot had happened coming back and then getting that. And I think it floored me. And I had to step away from work. I had to step away from everything because just, for a month or so, I couldn't get myself back in the game. I needed to sit back, and I think it shook my world. And I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a failing because I think I did the right thing in taking that time. But I think if I'd prepared better, I think that's taught me now to look after myself.
But can you prepare for news like that?
I don't think you can prepare.
Have you mentioned what the diagnosis was before?
Have I? I may have. Well, I don't know. But my mum has got early onset Alzheimer's, so she's 59 now. So we'd say for the last 3-ish years we've been thinking it, and then got the official diagnosis last year. And I don't think, even knowing or thinking about it, knowing that there was something there, I think when we got the diagnosis, it was just like, I think we were all hoping it was just going to be, oh no, actually, yeah, she's got cold and it's made her head go funny. It's not. It's, and she is young, and she's always been, like, everyone that knows me, mother, knows she's a nutter. Like, she is nuts. It's who she is. But this is obviously, it's very, very different. And we weren't prepared. And I don't think anything would have prepared us. No. But I think I've learned now to express it more, which I didn't do before. And I think that has helped me when I have moments where I do break, I can express it more. Whereas before I would have just gone, keep it in, look after everyone else, do what you're doing. Okay,
so as in express it, do you mean express your frustrations or your sadness?
Yeah. I'm getting better at not, like, people might get random text messages off me or random knocks on the door or like things now because I have to get it out. I can't hold it in, which also bugs me in equal measures because I'm like, I'm so used to
the conflicting who you are. Your core,
and it's really strange. Yeah, and it is, and I think I've handled things better because of that. But I think it did take that big break to sort of go, right, you need to work on how you then deal with it. And I am still working on it, and I still am very fucked up about it. But day by day, really.
Tiny steps.
Tiny steps. Very
right,
steps.
Number 7. Ooh, here's a more positive one. Or not. I don't know. What is the biggest surprise you've had in the last few months?
I don't know. See, I don't think there's... Okay.
See, sometimes you think of the word surprise and you think, oh, it's a positive thing, but actually not always. Sometimes shit can come out of the woodwork.
Well, this is it. The biggest surprise was not celebrating my 40th birthday, really, which...
Yeah, you thought that was going to happen.
I had fully... There was nothing in my head.
Seriously? It's not actually happening.
Yeah, honestly, I had no doubt in my mind that I was celebrating my birthday. No doubt. And people were like, are you sure? No, fully. Of course I am. It's Christmas. It was the Saturday before Christmas. Like, how you wouldn't cancel the world the Saturday before Christmas? They fucking did. And it did. I think it proper floored me again because I was like, it's my 40th and my 30th was shit. I say this a lot to people that know me. My 30th was shit. It got snowed off, so I celebrated with a few. That's really rude. It wasn't shit. It was not what I had planned it to be. I actually had a really good night, but it was a plan of being with all of my nearest and dearest, and then it turned out to be 5 of us. We did get absolutely mortaled, and I had a great night, and I was in London, and it was amazing. But again, planned my 40th with all the people I love, and it didn't happen.
Will you replan it? Will you do a celebration?
I'm in two minds because it's gone, but I also like partying. I don't know if it'll be a celebration for my 40th or just lots of celebrations just for fun. There's lots of us this year because it's my school friends that are turning 40, so I think we're all gonna do something together to celebrate. But if we're ever allowed out, because at the moment can't fucking do anything anyway.
Grinded.
So yeah, so that's the biggest surprise.
Right, question number 8. How would someone you met 5 minutes ago describe you?
I've got bad words that want to come out. There's really bad words that want to come out. It's not coming out. Someone that met me 5 minutes ago, I don't know, because I am full front. Like, I can wear a mask. I think people that meet me initially would say very composed and confident. I think they'd have quite positive things to say. And not that changes when you get to know me. That sounds really shit. But then I have got a more vulnerable side that you wouldn't pick up on when you meet me initially.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't show that.
Well, to be honest, I've only really seen your vulnerable side in recent terms in terms of our friendship. Yeah. Because
I don't like it.
No.
And that's what I'm saying with my mum. I think I am very good at mask. Yeah. I'm very good at front. Like, it's what I do, and I have been letting that, and not to everyone, only certain people will get it properly, and that's not that the people that don't are not people I don't love, but I only trust certain people with the full vulnerability of what I'm feeling. But
do you go to different people at different times so you don't have to give them the full story and they can just see little slithers so they don't see the full down broken Tanya?
Probably,
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think, I do, actually. Who said this to me the other day? Oh, it was Laura that I was being vulnerable to about something. And it came out in real broken patches, and she knows me very well, and she was just like, she just gave me some reassurance and spoke very nicely. And then I had to say to her afterwards, I'm really sorry, because that was pure broken, but she knew what I was
So when you say you spoke to her, you text her?
I text her, yeah. I don't talk on the phone.
Of course not.
It's not what a phone's for. Don't be silly. We message. But it's rare. It's very rare. I'll do it vocally.
Okay.
That is, I'm not quite at that point yet. That's hard. I find that. And it's stupid because I work in mental health. I say this to people all the time. Talk about it. But for me, I'm building, and I say it to young people, we're on a journey. You have to do what works for you. For me, it started probably writing it down just to myself, and I've now progressed to texting more. I can talk about little things, but then it gets overwhelming, and then when I get overwhelmed, I can't cope, and then I have to listen to Pink and calm myself down, and I'm quite fucked up, genuinely. It's so wrong, but it works somehow.
Well, that's what you just got to do. You got to find what works for you.
Yeah.
And if it is working, then just carry on with it. And when it feels right, then you can take the next step. Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm learning, is that it is just steps, and it's not, I don't have to, I'm not at a point where I can't cope, so I can keep building that.
You're probably potentially getting the best from the people that you speak to as well, because they're only, in terms of energetic drainage, that's really not a great term to use, is it? The vibration that you get from somebody who's having a difficult time, it can really drain you of your energy. Yes. So you're then not giving your best to somebody. So if you're only giving little slithers to different people at different stages, then they're able to give you their best selves, because they're not fully emotionally absorbed in what they experience.
No, we say that at work, because we do in the job, like my day job, that we take on a lot of stuff from young people, and it can be really emotionally draining. And it's like, there are days when I finish work and your brain is like, I can't actually even voice a thought together because I'm so drained. But we are very lucky that we get a lot of clinical supervision. We have, sometimes it takes just having a laugh and not talking about actually what is wrong, because it's still coming out, and releasing that out instead. But I think it's difficult. Mental health, I think, is such a massive thing for people, and I think there's no right or wrongs. You've just got to do what's right for you. And I have always been very good at talking to people about, like, get from there for them, like supporting, the not so much on myself. But then I'm one of those that I get through, so I just go, it's cool, I'm getting through anyway, it's all right. But it's, there are little things that I know I can change that will make life better, but I'm not ready to do them. And I know that. So, and
your life isn't, if your life's not been impacted as a result, then it doesn't really matter, does it? No. Right, roll my R's. Who are the 3 people who have been the most influential to you?
Oh, probably my dad is definitely up there. That I've spoken about my dad before. He's just my calming side. And then on the other side of that, probably my mother, who is the absolute complete opposite. If you could ever have 2 opposite people, would be my mum and my dad. That it's how, well, they weren't properly together, but how they ever this all came together. But yeah, my dad is my calming, my mum is like my spirit. Like, she's like my fire, and has also taught me like the value of hard work and never giving up, because she never has. Like, she works so hard throughout her life, like single mother, working as many jobs as she needed to, was making sure we were fed, and doing, like, I don't know if I said before, like, take that video that she bought me when I was little, and just little things like that. She's always been a big thing. And then it sounds so stupid, but probably Pink. I love her. I do. I love her. If I was to put it, like, to think of the people that, there's so many people and so many different people that have had an effect, but there's something about Pink's spirit, and obviously I only know what she puts out, but that, like I said, her music calms me. I have used that as a coping strategy for probably since I was about 16. No, has she been around that long? I feel like it must have been.
She's been around for as long as I can think of, like, having listened to music.
I'm so sure I can see myself sitting in the bedroom listening to her, but it calms my soul, and I need that, because even when I was younger, I was very angry a lot. So she has always calmed me. But then it's weird that to put 3 people, there's so many people that have made an influence in my life. Like, I've got friends that, not all of them I'm friends with now, but made such a difference and made me who I am. But then, I don't want to pick 3. I don't like it. Even people that I've met more recently, that you just go, do you know what? You've given me something for my soul, that I think I'm influenced by people a lot. Yeah. Or just not take from people. That one of my, in fact, I want to put her in there. I'm not as well. I'm picking 4. But one of my very good friends who has been through a lot, and her strength has astounded me. And not even strength, I hate that as well. I hate strength. But just her, not even just her strength, her. What she's been through, what she does, who she is as a person, is a testimony to the spirit of people. That she'll know who she is. I'm not going to say, but she'll know who she is. People know who she is. And she's just amazing, and I love her. And I always will be there for her as well, because that's what we do.
Oh, that's nice. Right. Question was that? That was 9.
9.
Number 10. If you could start over, what career would you choose? Now, this is not to suggest you don't enjoy your current career. But if you could do anything, and this is not like an educational restriction or geographical restriction, what would you do?
The thing I've always wanted to do, and I used to come back to a lot, was acting. I love.
What kind of actress?
like movies or even
Really?
EastEnders. I always wanted to be in EastEnders, like behind the bar. I should own the Queen Vic. Like it's in me to own the Queen Vic. No, I would have loved it, but I loved acting. I did it so much when I was younger and then stopped and then went back to college and did it and then stopped and went back to started uni and did it and then stopped. But I love it. I love being someone else or taking on that role, and it's that whole being on stage, but then you're not judging me necessarily.
Yeah, you've got a mask on, haven't you?
Yeah, it is, and I think I loved that, and I'd love to be famous.
Is it the fame or is it the expression?
It wouldn't be with that. It would be more the expression, but the fame would be good as well. Just not even the fame, like that, the non-worry like of the money and like that side of things would be, I think that would be quite cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to, and I'm at a stage where I'm not overly worried about money. I'm obviously worried about money, but not panicking and like with where my next meals come from.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not money orientated really at all, because it comes, it goes, whatever. I've got, again, that's my mum's influence of you have it or you don't, but you do what you're doing. But how cool would it be to sort of go in a shop like and just pick things up and not even look at a price or worry? That would be very cool. And if I was an award-winning actress, I could do that, and I'd have a cook and a chef. They're the same thing.
Although if you spoke to a cook or a chef, they would not tell you that.
No. Sorry, see, I'm being rude. But, a driver, a cleaner. Oh, God. Yeah. But, yeah, acting. And I think I do pull that into areas of my life now, because I do act a role through certain things to get through them.
Are you acting on the podcast?
No, I fucking wish I was. Wish I could think enough to bloody do that. It would help me. But no, that's generally all me.
Right, question 11. Do you think you have balance in your life?
Yeah. In a way, yes.
Do you think of it in that terms? Do you think of how you can shuffle things around, and if something's not going well for you in one area, how can you tip the balance in other areas?
I suppose I don't think of it in that way necessarily, but I do. Like at the moment, I feel like there's so many positives, but then there are also in the background, there's so many negatives.
Yeah.
But I push towards the positives because I'm not giving the negatives that space, or I'm trying to just help them move forward. But yeah, I suppose I am probably actually pretty balanced in life. Yeah.
It's good. That's a good way to be.
It's interesting to think about and think if I actually am. But yeah, I think I am for the most part.
I think it's helpful to think about it in the terms of it being scales, and like if something's not going well in one area, it's not about overcompensating, but how can you tip it in the balance in other ways? And it can just be little things, but
no, and I think doing the law of attraction stuff and taking that on board a bit more is helping me to see that, I suppose, more clearly, rather than, and also the not swallowing shit down. It's things are more at the forefront, and actually, they probably are pretty balanced. And even the stuff that are negative, there are real positives in there. Like when I think about my mother, that
you never call her mum.
Do I not call her mum?
Never call your mum.
Do I not?
No, she's always your mother.
My mother. Do I? See, and that's weird because I think when I talk about her as well, I call her mummy. And I can hear Laura laughing at me because she always says, all of my siblings call mummy and daddy. But I'm growing up, she's mother. She's my mother. I wonder why that is, why that's changed, thinking about that. But my mother. She's my mother.
Yeah.
But
always called her your mother.
Yeah. That's actually, I find that interesting. But my mother, she is pretty oblivious to the Alzheimer's, that we're dealing with the shit, but then you see her and she's smiling and she's happy, and
it's a blessing, I think, for her.
And it is for us as well, that we're not, and it might happen and we don't, just whatever, but for the moment she's just skating along. You'll go and see her and she'll just smile and laugh, and she's sort of happy that we just tidy up around her and like just do everything for her. That is cool. She's happy to be around us, which is nice. and it's a shitty disease. It's the shittiest of the shitty. Like, it's not, maybe not the shittiest of the shitty. For me at the moment, it's the shittiest of the shitty. One of my colleagues did a talk on bereavement the other day, and thinking about it in those terms of that it's not actually, she's obviously still here, but we are suffering little losses most weeks, which is shit. I said I wasn't talking about mum. Stop it. Next question.
Okay. Right. How would you describe your style?
Style as in what?
Your style, what you wear, your fashion sense.
Anything that fits at the minute.
It's not lockdown style, but if it was like, if you were to pull out your wardrobe, or if someone was to come along and open your wardrobe and think,
I think it's pretty. But it depends. Like, going out, if I'm going out, it's small.
Slutty.
Pretty much. Yeah, the shorter the better. I like shorts. I like short skirts. And I've generally been pretty lucky that even if I've put on weight, my legs ain't changed that much. So I wear short stuff. But generally, I'd say it's quite. Not basic, because I hate that word. It sounds rude. But just trying to think of a nicer word for it. Jeans and trainers, or jeans and a boot, is what I generally wear. That I could live in jeans and a boot, and just a hoodie. I live in hoodies at the moment, but yeah, I've got a real obsession though of buying dresses.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, and I don't know why, because I don't wear them. I've got absolutely tons of them, and
You're
I don't
always
wear
buying
them.
them.
I do, and I think I've always had this fit. I'm not a girly girl, but I love the idea of being a girly girl.
Okay.
So I think by buying dresses, I think one day I might be a girly girl and wear them, but I don't. They just sit there and they look pretty.
I put them on with a thigh-high boot. Not a strappy sandal.
No,
a thigh-high boot.
Yes, always got to be a thigh-high boot. Always. Even when I've always liked a high boot. I like a high boot, not a strappy sandal.
I've never seen you in a strappy sandal.
No, I don't think you ever will.
Even the thought of it on you makes it sound frumpy.
It wouldn't work. I'm not a strappy sandal kind of girl. It doesn't. I think the closest I'll get is like a big wedge sandal, and even then I'm like, I'd rather wear a boot. But it's even in the summer. I'd wear Converse boots over like flip flops.
Oh.
I don't like feet anyway. Feet.
Okay.
Oh God, Laura sends me pictures of people's toes. She's mean.
Oh,
and
God,
it's
that's brought back
bad.
that fucking picture I seen on.
Oh, was this what you're talking about?
Oh, no.
God, see?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
See, sorry. Toes are bad.
Oh,
No. Feet are not. I don't like my feet. I don't like other people's feet. Feet should just stay away. And I don't know if that's maybe as well why I enclose. But I do love a thigh-high boot. And my friend just bought me. I'm so dying to wear these. I've got nowhere to go.
Mesh,
just the mesh, like they're so like they're mesh but sparkly over the knee, like thigh-high-ish boots. Fishnets. They're so pretty.
They do look
and
amazing.
I've got nowhere to wear them, which is sad. I'm going to wear them one day to the spa, and people are going to be like, "What the fuck?"
We should get dressed up to go and put our notes around in the supermarkets.
We should. And my thigh-high sparkling boots. I have also got thigh-high sparkling, like actual sequin boots as well. I love those as well. Oh my God, I miss getting dressed up. I miss it so much. I'm quite leery, I think, in fact, in my going out. Like, I like a sequin and a sparkle. And a big earring. Yeah. I've always got a big earring. I can't not have earrings in, ever.
Yeah. Oh, they bug me when they hit my jumper.
No.
Like, I couldn't sit with earrings. I keep looking at yours thinking,
I don't even. These are small. Really these are small ones as well, as much as they are not small. It's all they're massive, but these are small earrings. They're not that big.
Right, let's move on to question 13. What advice would you give someone wanting to follow in your footsteps or starting a podcast?
Just do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Like
Don't
Nike. Just do it.
Like Nike. Yeah, just do it. Because I think we can hold ourselves back. And you might do it and it might not work out. But also you might never know. And it might be the best thing you've ever done. But like I said, when I said to you about the podcast, I would have procrastinated because that's what I do. Whereas you were like, just come on and did it. And that took that fear away a bit of just doing it. Because it's done now. It is what it is.
Yeah.
The same with starting part. It was like that could have rolled on for a very long time in my head, but I did it, and actually, it's making a difference already. So, I think just do it.
Just do it.
Just do
Good
it.
advice.
Yeah, see, Nike, I'm stealing it. Yeah.
How would your friends describe you? Actually, I should have defined friends, because you've got different groups of friends,
I've got
don't
different
you?
groups of friends.
Although you claim to, like we were talking about being at parties and having different
yes,
compartmentalising our friends, yeah,
bringing them together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I have got, I'd say, 3 main groups. I'm so scared I've left out a group.
Well, you're not naming them, so no one's
No,
gonna be
I'm so bad. That I think they'd all probably say the same things, that I am quite cool, like that I'm quite supportive, I think, as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
That
that was the first word I thought.
Oh, I like that. Good. I think there'd be rude words in there as well, but it's fine. But yeah, I'd say that quite fun to be around.
Yeah.
That, yeah, fun and supportive. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Because that's, I like that.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
I'm a fun and supportive friend.
I am. That would be my tag in like a sitcom. I'd be the fun, supportive one. Pretty as well.
Right, here's a random question for you. Number 15. What sound or noise do you love?
Ooh, it is random. Sound or noise. I will always love the sound of like babies laughing. Like I can think of my babies laughing, but any baby laughing. I think it's just the nicest sound in the world. It's just cute. And I mean baby, like that. Oh, it's just, same with the smell as well, babies. Oh God. I can't smell babies anymore because I'll just try and get pregnant, and that's not happening. But yeah, babies laughing is probably a key thing. And
I think the most marvellous thing about a baby laughing is that it's natural. Like they've found something funny and they respond to it. They haven't been taught that.
No.
They've maybe observed it.
It's a full reflex.
Yeah, it's so natural.
It is, and I think that comes across, because any natural laughter I love. Like, I love the sound of laughter because it's just happy, and that's when I think of my friends. They're the moments that you think of, like those moments where you are just laughing out loud, and just even whether it's the inside jokes that only you get that make you laugh, or just anything, is just. Laughter is cool, and we need more of that. And I think that's probably what I'm missing most at the minute, is just sitting with a group of mates and just laughing, because that's not, that is it.
I think that's one of the most essential ingredients to our podcast as well, is our chemistry and our laughter, because it is infectious, and it does it's quite self-indulgent. Like, I listen to this sometimes at work just to check the sound and how we come across, and I fucking laugh along. And I know what's coming. I know.
That is so self-indulgent.
I totally laugh along.
I do it as well.
Yes, we're fucking hilarious.
And it does, and I think that the feedback that I've got is always around that, of that natural chemistry, and that's that natural. That laughter that is just genuine laughter, that we find each other funny, we find ourselves funny. It's quite cool. But it that makes other people feel more relaxed.
Yeah.
I think that's such a good trait of being able to relax other people. And I think in the work that both of us do, I think that's so important, is to put people at ease.
You relaxers.
Yeah, relaxers.
Just
thinking of like a popper or something. That's where my brain goes.
God. Right. Question number 16. What are you not very good at?
Oh, probably lots of things. What am I not very good at? Balance. Like physical balance. Okay. Like I'm shit at things like that. Like skating and ride. I can ride a bike, but I can't.
I've never seen you ride a bike.
No, because I don't ride them very often, because I just wouldn't, and I don't trust roads either. I don't understand those people that ride up and down on roads. It scares the life out of me, because cars, don't get it.
I love cycling.
Yeah, I know, but someone's going to run you over.
Have you seen me cycling with Connor's bike under my arm?
No, see, even that wouldn't happen, because I can't balance. So, what else am I not good at? I think if you'd asked me a year ago, it probably would have been letting myself feel.
Okay.
but I feel like I'm getting better at that.
Good.
That, yeah, I don't like it, but I'm getting better at it. So, yeah, other than that, I'm bloody brilliant at everything.
Well,
modesty.
Of course.
Not good at modesty. I'm bloody brilliant. No, it's all an act, as you know.
Right. I've got 2 more questions.
Go on then.
Number 17. What should I ask you that I didn't know enough to ask?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there is anything. I think that, this was something I was writing your questions and thinking of. It was not difficult, but at the same time, I feel like I know so much about you that it was difficult. And I think you know areas not to touch on fully. So, because I wouldn't be able to talk about them fully, or it would break me fully. But I think, I don't know. I don't think there is anything.
When you were writing my questions, was there any that you thought, oh, I hope she asked me that?
No, I think I was more scared of exposing of what's going to be asked than actually thinking of what I wanted to be asked.
Yeah.
I think that I had trust in you of what you would ask.
See, this was quite, like, when I first came up with the idea, I was like, oh, wow, this would be really cool. And it's been really cool up until the moment where we finished our last recording and it was time to decide. And then I was like, oh, totally blind.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea what your response is going to be to any of this.
Yeah.
And, and now I'm not going to know until ages. Until we do my ones. Right. One more question for you.
Okay.
What is your single most important piece of advice?
Do you know what? Sorry, I've got the C word in my brain so much today, which is really bad, and I don't know why.
You never normally use it.
No.
Much.
It's really bad. But I was going to say don't be a sod, but so bad. Let me take that out.
Do you know, the reason I'm asking you this question is I'm reading a book at the moment called If You Could Tell Me Just One Thing, or something like that, anyway. And it's basically a journalist who has met loads of famous people over his career. And he's asked them, he's been compiling this book, I think it was like for 20 years or something, he'd been working on the book, a long time. And every time he got to interview somebody prominent, he would say, could you tell me what your one piece of advice is? And it's really interesting to read.
Okay, it's a really difficult thing to think of. I suppose
it's fluid. It doesn't have to be final.
And I think the thing I suppose that I go to most, and I've got it tattooed on my leg, and I didn't fully realise when I got it tattooed on my leg what it was half from. Sort of knew what it was from, but it's actually the Serenity Prayer, and I love the Serenity Prayer, and it is. I always get this wrong. I've got it on my leg, but grant me. No, my God, why can't I? Right, I'm gonna have to look it up. Hold on, because it is. I've found out now. It's fucking for the AA, not the AA, the what are they called? Alcoholics Anonymous. Yeah. And they say it at every meeting. That's not why I've got it tattooed on my body, because I'm not an alcoholic.
I do drink a lot.
But right, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that for me, I have that in my head quite a bit, because I find that so important, is to accept if I hate when something happens. If you can do something about it, do it. If you can't, you have to learn to let it go, because otherwise you go round and round and round and you moan about it and nothing changes, but the thing's still there. So either do something about it or let it go. And that for me is what the Serenity Prayer means, is why I put it on my leg, because it is, I think that's so important to do, that if you can change it, then change it. Yeah. Don't sit with things and not change it if there's something you can do about it. But at the same time, there will be things that happen in your life that you can't change and that you can't have the control of. So just let it go, learn to let that go, and learn to know what the difference is for those things. I think that's really important.
That's balance.
That is balance. See, I am balanced. I'm tatted on my leg. Also, get more tattoos. That's a big thing. I am honestly dying at the moment.
I totally want to get that embroidery tattoo.
That was so pretty.
I know.
They wouldn't be able to have that, which is really annoying.
What would colour look like on
it
your
depends.
Skin?
I would have to, on some skin it won't work, like even the white bits of my tattoo white is quite notorious for it anyway, have pretty much faded. But
because they were quite silvery, weren't they?
Yeah, but they've pretty much gone on my phoenix and on my leg one as well. But I am intrigued to get a colour one. It depends. On some dark skin it's absolutely fine, but on others it won't show up as well. So I've always steered away from them. But at the moment I will tattoo anything on my body at the moment, whether it's fucking colour, black and white, I don't care. I just want a tattoo.
I'll get you a compass and we'll do one. We'll do like a home one.
No, we won't do that. No, we need a proper tattoo artist. Don't do that, kids. No compasses.
Do you know what? Trev and I were talking about tattoos the other week, right? And I was telling him about this lovely tattoo that I wanted to have on my left thumb.
Right.
He's like, yeah, I've been thinking about getting a tattoo, like a cross, like just a simple cross tattooed on my finger. And I was like a fucking prison tattoo, Trevor. He's like, no, not a prison tattoo, just a simple cross. I was like, yeah, that's what you get in fucking prison, Trevor. I'm talking about some real artistic display of my personality. You're
simple
talking about
tattoos can be nice as well.
A tattoo, a prison tattoo. Like, I would be surprised if he was going to get me to put a lead pencil and scratch it on him.
And that wouldn't surprise me either, to be fair. I need, that will be the first thing. I tried to do that on my birthday. When my birthday got cancelled, I tried to book a tattoo because I knew that would cheer me up, and they were full, and that made me sad again. Aww. But that will be one of the first things I do after getting pissed with my mates. It is getting a tattoo. Don't know what of yet, but I miss the buzz. I miss it. I feel like I'm bare. And I'm not bare because I've got tattoos everywhere.
You got no scab and no cling film.
Yeah, it is, exactly. I need that. It makes me feel better. I might get my mother. I was going to get a tattoo for my mum, but I can't.
I'll get mum tattooed on your fingers. No. That's a proper prison tattoo as well.
No, I won't be doing that. My mum has got the same tattoo as me as well, which bugs me. She went and came home one day and was like, look at my tattoo. I was like, Mum, you've copied my tattoo. Have you got this? Yes. So we do have matching tattoos already, which is really sad. I've got matching tattoos with mum. It's fine.
Oh, do you know what? There is one more question I want to ask you. Tell us one thing that we don't know about you.
I feel like people know everything about me, or that I'm prepared to let them know about me anyway. But, one thing that we don't know about me. Oh. I don't know. I feel like everyone does know everything. It's a Club 1830 rep, but we've spoken about that. Not a lot of people know that. Joe, we was doing this. I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't think I answered the question for work. We've had to do bios, and I couldn't think of anything, which is really random. I feel like I am.
When you're on the spot, it is difficult
hard
to answer questions, but then when you feel like you're an open book in general and you see you're open with a lot of people.
And I feel like I am an open, as much as I am a very closed book, that, like I said, for things that I would let people know, I feel like people probably know that, I think the things that make me up who I am that people would know, they know, if that makes any sense. That... Oh, I'm trying to think now. Bugging me. What don't people know? I don't know. I honestly think there's nothing that people don't know. If you, like, for those listening, ask, like, if there is something that you think that you don't know about me, if that makes sense, let me know.
Yeah, what do you want to know about her?
Yeah. Is there anything that Claire hasn't probed out of me today that I might not answer it, like I said, but is there anything that I would actually say? Because there's things that you won't know and you will never know. So, don't need to.
Just tell you barefaced lie if you ask
honestly,
me.
I mean, like, nope, not going to know that. But no, I don't think there is anything.
Okay.
That.
Well, was this easier or harder than you expected?
It was just right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it was easier in the way that I am very relaxed with you. So it's pretty chill and I am able to block when I want to. So as you can scratch a surface.
Okay.
That we'll do it again in like 6 months and see if I'm more open.
Cry on it.
Yeah. Well, that was the main thing in my head, is because I am under the surface at the minute.
Paddling away.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not ready to expose to cry on the podcast.
You came across very well. You answered very well.
Thanks.
And you answered everything apart from the one we don't know about you. So,
yeah.
But that's fine because that was thrown in at the end.
Yes. No, and I can't. I don't know. I don't cry. That's something people don't know about me. I do cry, but I don't. It takes a lot. Grey's Anatomy is the only thing that makes me cry often, besides family shit. That is. I love Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
It does make me cry.
Just can't get into it.
Oh God, it's so good.
Not loving Meredith's mouth.
Oh God, I love her. And in real life, I love her as well.
She's too skinny.
No, she's a really good person.
She's a bit.
No.
No.
Well, don't listen to Claire.
But anyway.
She's rude.
Thanks so much for listening.
Thanks, guys.
Until next.
Yeah.